Hey guys, number one here, coming to you today with an interview with Soar Vultar. He last interviewed us when he was there, Vultar. We usually don't interview people twice, but as you might have seen him, or if you don't know him, he's progressed a lot since the last interview, and I think it would just be good to catch up with him. How are you doing today, Vultar?
I'm doing good today. How are you doing? You alright?
I'm doing great, thanks.
No problem.
And so, how would you say you got your start in the COD community?
How did I get my start? Okay, well, how did I start? Basically, I just started watching optics videos. It was actually Predator in particular. Unfortunately, my YouTube name is Sniper Predator, which is awful. And the reasoning it is that is obviously I was a huge fan of Optic Predator. And I thought, oh, what would be a good idea is to have my name and my YouTube as Sniper Predator. I regret that hugely. But I just sort of was in private matches, bought a PVR, and just doing 1v1s and messing around in private matches. Literally, that's pretty much all I did. And then I started to get into the trick shotting side of it when that started to go up. And then I got into a team, and it pretty much went from there, really. I was a player for long time, and then I was just curious about the editing side to it because I'd seen other editors before, and I thought it would be interesting to get into, so that's what I did.
And then, how long were you a player before you became an editor? And then, how long did it take you to become just a full editor?
Okay, so I was probably an editor, a player for probably around, oh god, probably around a year, really. I mean, it was nothing serious. It was literally just on the odd occasion I'll just record when I go into Search and Destroy and just go for stupid things. The stupid things in that time was literally like, a no scope from like 2 feet away on Search and Destroy for the last kill. Then to get it to as a full editor, I kind of just edited the odd things for mine, and then I went and looked at tutorials and then found out what I thought looked good myself with certain effects, rather than just looking at tutorials. And then to become as a full editor was, as I said, I was a player for a year, and then was a full editor in Aqua, and then from there I got into different teams, and then over a period of time, it wasn't planned to get where I am today. It just kind of just happened, really. People notice your stuff as you start editing for different teams. Your name kind of gets more out there more. And as I just want to stress, my plan was never to get far in the community. It just sort of happened when you get, as I said, your edits out there more in different channels. So yeah.
Okay. And then, as you might have known, we also interviewed Sormeek, and we asked him, would you have any tips for editors trying to get big? Would you like to add anything to what he said?
Yeah. Okay. So when people want to get into their big teams, just understand them, because it is good fun to get into big teams, get more recognised and stuff for your edits that you spent a lot of time on. To get into bigger teams, I know for certain, as I've spoken to lead editors like Ninja Kira and Meek and other people as well, they want to see different styles. So for instance, when they recruited me for when I left there. My plan was never to leave there then join Soar. They asked me in after I left there, but the reason why they chose me is because I had a different, well, in their opinion, that I had a different edit style to any of the editors already in Soar. So they thought that it would be good to have me in there as well to kind of just change it up a bit. So if you want to join a big team, I can't tell you enough to have your own style. Don't look at, for instance. Don't look at my edits and go, okay, I really like that. I want to copy that as much as I possibly can. Use the same song and just change it ever so slightly. Really don't do that, because it doesn't work that way. If you copy me or any other, in quotes, big editors, then they won't want to recruit you, because you're no different to what they've already got. So they've already got, so for instance, if you try and copy me, they've already got me, so they don't need a copy of me or someone that's very similar to me. So just do your own style, and then, if your own style, then you'll get into a big team.
Okay. And then, would you say you had any inspirations to start editing, or did it just happen?
I didn't really have any inspirations, to be honest. I mean, it was a long time ago that I thought, I mean, as I said, I was just picked up Sony Vegas, went in the already effects that were already there, and just tried it out, and then, picked up After Effects after that, and then, looked at tutorials and see what other effects there are. And then there was no really inspiration for editors that I looked at, but my favorite editor was Dare Ninja, which is not Soul Ninja. It's a different person, and he was in Optic, and I really liked his style, like with the 3D and stuff. But yeah, there was no really inspiration on that side. There was Player, but it was always Optic Predator, so I just thought he was my favorite. But I just thought it was a really interesting thing to do, and that's what you do. If you're editing and you find yourself not enjoying it, then try something else like GFX, or try to be a player. Don't force yourself into it. If you enjoy it, then you'll carry on doing it, and then you'll get better and better.
Okay. Well, personally for you, do you have any big projects coming?
Yes. Well, on my channel, if you guys want to see, I have my projects list, which I try and update as much as possible. I'm not as we speak. I've stopped it now, but before we went into the call, I was literally just finishing off Phase Twist's episode. I believe it's 16. So by the time you watch this, it should be done and ready to go on Phase for the 10th, which just happened to be Twist's birthday as well, which is interesting. So that to be done, and then I know for certain I'm doing Phase Devro's introducing and Phase Brazzy's introducing. So I've got some Phase edits, and then once I've got them out of the way, then I've got to do some Soar edits and stuff. So pretty busy at the moment. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And what would your dream clan be?
My dream clan. I mean, obviously everyone wants to get into Phase, so I wouldn't exactly turn down Phase. But to be honest, I'm happy where I'm at now. I mean, Soar's a huge opportunity. It's incredibly hard to get into Soar, so I am happy in Soar at the moment. So I would say my dream team is probably Phase, and I'm not gonna actively try and get in the team. I think Phase is an invite-only team, so if it happens, it happens. But if not, then I'm happy in Soar.
Okay. And would you ever... Okay, well, do you ever do edits for people who aren't in Soar or aren't, like, close to you?
I do, but not at the moment, because I've got so much stuff to do. Like, I want to keep active for Soar, and at the moment I don't really have much time to do like my own thing like that. Like I want to do some mini edits and things, and have some free time because I finished school. So I want to do my own thing. So I do have to finish these projects and do my own thing. But in regards to doing things for other people, like for instance lower teams, maybe in the future, but definitely not right now because I really don't have the time to do an edit, which takes me quite a lot of hours to do an edit. And then I shouldn't really. I feel bad for saying this, but I'm probably not going to get anything out of it, So it's like I'm using a lot of hours of my time to ultimately get pretty much nothing. So, like when I have free time and I just think that the clan deserves subs, then I will. So I did. I'm not saying DZ is underrated, at all. But I did do DZ cams. Sort of just did that because it didn't really take that long because I did it like an old style. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Well, we always have a random question of the day, as you may know. And that random question would be, what would you say the most overrated or overused effect is in the editing community?
In a negative way or just generally? Because
Both.
Oh, okay. The most overused effect is probably Twixter, but that's not a bad thing. I think Twix is, I use Twixter. It's an overused effect. Overused is a negative word. God, what is an overused effect? God. Now, it was overused, but I really don't like this at all. Is the bass boom sound with the on the gunshot? I really dislike that. I mean, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I did use it when it wasn't as used, but I wouldn't recommend using that at all because I don't think it sounds good. But if you think it sounds good, then feel free to use it in your own way. But yeah, I really don't like that effect.
Okay. And again, thanks for coming to the interview.
That's fine. It's fine. It's good.
And for anybody who watched this, who wants to be interviewed, or know someone who wants to be, comment below, inbox us, or add us on Skype, and we'll get back to you as fast as we can. And thanks again for watching this. And this has been number 1 in Soar Vultar.